That's the beauty of it, because there are no restrictions. Now, my approach to the game, or just my approach to creating now, is like it's funny because like mainly I don't even operate on the level of what the like a major label would operate off of, or the industry, because my levels of success look different for me because I don't operate on their system no more. Yeah. So I'm not trying to strive to be, but I still keep the principles, right? So even with this particular album and knowing of like, so I went through a process of just of like doing something very different outside of what I normally do, just to kind of see how the fans will react to like this new being and my new, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. To now doubling it back. With soul now, like my vision and idea of it now of like, all right, give them everything that they love, just in a way in which they can receive it with some elevation, with some growth and all of that. So for me, it's literally, as opposed to thinking about what the people may want, it's literally about what can I say that's authentic to me, something that I've lived and experienced, and how can I put this into a record and make it digestible to the people so they can play it back to back.
Hello, it's Toby, a.k.a. Y Toby.
And this is Ray Daniels, a.k.a. the Culture Referee, and this is the GAUDs Show. And today's guest is the definition of growth, grind, and greatness. From chart-topping anthems to building his empire independently. He's evolved into a true artist with a powerful message. His new album, Soul, is out now, and it's spelled S.O.U.L. Let's welcome the one and only Ace Hood to the GAUDs Show. Can I tell you the funniest thing? Ace didn't realize that we have a relationship he didn't know I managed Rock City, so he see me at the, so that was the funniest shit. I'm like, I wonder, does he know? Like, we done been in the studio and everything. So Ace, I'm gonna ask you, man, like, I saw, you're one of the, I feel like we are, I'm gonna put us in the same category as you. Okay. I feel like we came from the class of like, get it how you get it, but you better get it.
Better get it, yeah, boy.
Get it how you get it, but you better get it, because if you don't get it, you ain't gonna have it.
Yep.
So you come in the game, you come in with Khaled. Khaled is like pushing you like he pushed himself, like Ace Hood, Ace Hood, Ace Hood. And now you're in a place where you're independent, and it's almost like you took a different route. You went from like the stand at the top of the mountain, say I'm the best, to like on the ground with the people, like saying, yo, check out what I'm doing. And it's starting to grow at a rapid rate for you. I just want to celebrate you for that, because niggas from your class ain't here no more.
That is fact.
And if they are here, they're here playing the same role they did, asking for it. And somebody give me a check, somebody give me an advance, somebody give it. And the fact that you was like, nah, I got my wife, I got my family, hey nigga. Cause that's how I am. I ain't ask nobody for shit. I'm gonna get up and get, I need to figure it out for myself, because my family asking me.
Right.
So when did you go from an artist to a man in that process? Because I feel like it had to happen to you in the process.
No, it had to, bro. So I feel like the moment that I became from an artist to a man was the moment that I remove myself from the major label, honestly. Like, that's when the journey began, right? So we would have to say that journey began for me 2016, 2017 to be specific, you see what I'm saying? And like, on that journey is when I had to learn a lot about myself. So that's when, from there, I was like, damn, bro, like people know me for like what I've done in the past, the Hustle Hard, Bugatti, all of this other stuff. So it's like, moving forward, who am I gonna be now? You see what I'm saying? Like the whole rebranding now. Like, I gotta revamp everything. Being? Yes, exactly.
That's another thing. You get to rewrite the character now. Now the character Ace Hood, DJ Khaled had his finger on it.
Right.
Everybody did. Now you can decide who you want Ace Hood to be yourself.
Exactly.
That's the power,
Yes, sir. So that was important, bro. So I knew that, bro had his own thing. So for me, I'm like, man, I need to find my own identity and not just be like, oh, that's Khaled's little homie, or that's Khaled's man, that's Khaled's artist. Like, so that's what we would get a lot when we would go to different places, do interviews around the world, right? Which is, that's cool, because at some point I was, but then also you got people, regarding me as such, but I'm also growing up too. You know what I'm saying?
The man is growing.
Like,
you're
your own person.
Yeah.
So like, as that grow, the spirit man in me grow too. So I started to want and desire different things. So that moment, that 2016, 2017 window, bro, was like the moment that I went on a journey of like pouring into myself. I went back to school. I went to, in terms of my fitness journey, in terms of my personal journey of healing and growth, finding my wife during that time as well, and us getting married. So it's a lot that transpired on the man front for me. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I can see. That's what I love. Like, the artist is established.
Right.
The man got to carry him though. And if you don't take time to focus on who you want to be in this game, how you want your life to look, as a man, if you're not doing that for you and your family, you behind, bro.
Yes, sir.
And you doing that's why I was like, I'm just happy you here, man.
I want to read this tweet I've seen about you, and I think it kind of defines exactly where you are right now. Ace Hood, been an example of black man excellence. Never sold out, loves to take care of his kids, loves his black woman, promotes mental, physical, and spiritual health. I feel like, why is that lit now? Because now you see everybody wanting to work out. You see Gunna in the gym. You see everybody in the gym.
Right.
What shifted in you? I know you said you wanted to bring your own, but what kind of shifted in you that like, I'm going to do all of this? I'm going to make sure I'm good on all aspects of my life, not just my family, not just my physical health.
Yeah, because you know what, bro? It's a great question. Mainly because I recognize that hip hop is like, it looks at things in a very linear way. Yep. So it's very like structured and it's very small. Like you need to be this particular artist. You know, if you make this particular record, like you got to be in this particular lane. And you want to create, you know, people create records that even sound similar or either fit the energy of that. Yep. And for me, I knew I was more full of a person and more full of an artist because I knew that in terms of my singles on a commercial level, that was great. But what I really wanted people to hear is the introspectiveness and the man journey on my albums that I would give people. Yeah. You feel me? But that would never be highlighted. I felt like the more that I got into my career, in terms of being on a major label, the further I moved away from actually being me. Yeah. So when the moment that I became independent, I was like, you know what? As a man, it's so much valuable because I think on this human journey and hero's journey, this is what we all deal with. You see what I'm saying? So I want to magnify like all parts of myself. Like I can be a great man. I can be a great husband. I could also be a great father. I could also be, top of the notch in terms of my health and wellness. And then all of that is going to make the artistry portion of it better.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
It makes more interest in the artist.
It makes it more, yes.
See, I tell artists all the time, I'm like, your biggest problem is you only want to sell music.
Right.
Yep. Like, what do you do when you're not in the studio?
Right.
Like, I heard Timothy come to me like, hey, Ace Hood's a goal. I'm like, what? He was like, while he working out, look at him. I'm like, and it was like, he was excited watching you bring something new into the game. Like, I'm working out, nigga. We could do that. Could be a part of rap. And to me, I feel like you understand the influencer part. You understand that not only am I a rapper, I'm also an influencer. People watch me to see what I'm doing. Influencer might not be a cool word. It might not be a gangsta ass word.
Right.
Nobody want to ask their daddy, what you do? I'm an influencer. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? But in the new world, that shit really gets you some money. So I'm like, you treat this shit like an influencer and not like rap. So like your wife is a part of the journey. Your working out's a part of the journey. Eating healthy, your mental health. I asked ChatGPT, the first thing they said about you was he's leading the charge for mental health for rappers. So think about that. Like that's like he's leading the charge for mental health for rappers. Like they excluded you from them. He's leading them. That's how they see you, bro. I just want to tell you like you really figured out how to carry it. I want to ask you something though. I saw something that you said and I always want to talk to you about it. Because I think it's important to discuss amongst young black men. When you said I was with Khaled and I thought We the Best was ours. And then I realized that I was signed to We the Best. But it happens though. It's the truth because I could understand because as you a young black man, you just want to feel like you're part of the clique, a family. And if that's the family, that's the family. But that is also a LLC on paper,
right?
And you figured it out. You know what I'm saying? You was like, holy shit, this ain't ours. I thought it was ours.
Yeah.
So I always want to ask you, like, what was the moment or what was leading up to it where you was like, oh, this shit ain't mine either?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think I'd always knew in a real way that the label and brand, because I knew that he created. I knew that, right? Yeah. I just think that around that time, I just thought that we had a relationship enough that was clear and transparent, and we were brothers that if you were to make a move or you were to do something regarding the betterment of you and the label and me connected to that, I thought I was old, or I thought that I was respected enough to have a conversation about that. You see what I'm saying? Like, hey, this is what I'm deciding to do with the business. This is what I'm thinking, blah, 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 right? Of course, you have final say in that.
But I respect
that. But it's just the respect around it. Me and you were partners or whatever. If I go to make a move and go to do something, I'm going to just, obviously it's my final say, but I'm going to allow you in and say, hey, this is the move that I'm making.
trying to make.
This is what I'm doing because I want to be transparent and I don't want you to feel like you're in the dark, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's important to keep that camaraderie with people is what I believe, right? Let's keep it open so people understand your next move and it's not just, oh, they just did that and now you feel like you got to be on board with it, right?
Yes.
So to me, at that particular time, when he didn't see it that way, I was reminded again of just like, bro, like this ain't yours. It's like, it's a part of why, I made a decision to do what I did. Cause I'm like, damn, bro, like,
it ain't mine.
Like, and it's really never gonna be yours. You did? It's really never gonna be yours unless you like go out and create something else you're under umbrella. But he's gonna be first. He's gonna be thought of. He's gonna get the larger budget.
Yes.
He's gonna get the blah, blah, blah. He's gonna do what he wanna do. Like,
and he's gonna use it the way he wants to use it.
He's gonna use it the way he wanna do. And as he should, because that's his label and brand.
And my lesson was we were signed to Akon, and they would be like, we about to go meet with Jimmy, about the rollout. And I'm like, okay, you ain't coming, Ray.
Right.
We want to hear what you got to say. I met with Jimmy on my own. Like, I met with Jimmy because they was writing songs. And I'm like, you don't control that, Akon. You don't control that, Divine. It wasn't like they was trying to control it, but it was like, I'm signed to this man too. And if they making decisions that affect how my kids eat, why the fuck can't I be in the room?
Right.
And it's like, it's not your business. Well, if it's not my business, then I'm going to control the business that's mine.
There you go. There you go.
And that's why I started focusing on the writing the way I did, and they took off, because I'm like, I can't control that. It's 10 other niggas that I got, that he has to say yes, he has to agree, he has to like it, and sometimes I just want to put my shit out. So I'm going to ask you this.
Yes, sir.
What is the mentality when Ace Hood is going in today compared to now? So like, because you're independent, like, the plan. Everything is intentional.
Yes.
Like, when you put out something, it's not because I need a big record. It's because this needs to be said.
Yes.
And I want to say it, right?
Yes.
So I'm just asking, like, is that free? Like, how does that feel as an artist? Because I know how it feels to have everybody like, give me the single. And you got to play Hustle Hard. They like, and they hope it works. And it's like, I hope it works. Now we don't have to, you don't got none of that. You literally can be like, here's the album, here's how I released it and everything. So I'm asking, is that freeing? Like, how does that feel?
Man, it's the most freeing experience ever, right? Because you get to make the decision. I also think that, like, you can be your most authentic self, dog, when you coming from that space and you just open like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the beauty of it, because there are no restrictions. Now, my approach to the game, or just my approach to creating now, is like it's funny because, like, mainly I don't even operate on the level of what the a major label would operate off of, or the industry, because my levels of success look different for me, because I don't operate on their system no more. So I'm not trying to strive to be, but I still keep the principles, right? So even with this particular album, and knowing of like, so I went through a process of just of like doing something very different outside of what I normally do, just to kind of see how the fans will react to like this new being and my new, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
To now doubling it back. With soul now, like my vision and idea of it now of like, all right, give them everything that they love, just in a way in which they can receive it with some elevation, with some growth and all of that. So for me, it's literally, as opposed to thinking about what the people may want, it's literally about what can I say that's authentic to me, something that I've lived and experienced, and how can I put this into a record and make it digestible to the people so they can play it back to back, literally.
So you are a man in rap now. What's one industry trend today that you just is like, I ain't doing that shit? I'm not with it. Like, I am not doing that. Like, I'll do whatever, but I'm not doing that.
I ain't finna be shaking my
trends that you want to do?
Bro, it might be the, because we in the culture to just like, I think, what I would say, man, how we nowadays we kind of like in this reckless culture where people feel like they need to do any and everything to go viral to get attention. That's what I'm not doing.
You're not trying to go viral.
That's what I'm not doing.
I love that.
I'm not even going viral. I love the idea of going viral. I'm not about to do anything that's outside of my character.
Yeah.
I'm not about to do anything to disrespect anybody in order to go viral or say something I know that ain't true to me in order to just get some virality. You did?
Yeah,
so
like
that's what I'm not doing.
For pun intended, you're not selling your soul.
I ain't selling my soul, bro.
That's the name of the album.
All
You
my
ain't selling
natural
your soul. I already
vibes,
said-
we ain't doing none of that, dog. 'Cause
Yeah.
I just feel like that's a little corny. You know what I'm saying?
Is-
You don't really believe in you. For
Is
real.
there a decision that was made that, and obviously you're a man, we look back and be like, I gotta live with it, but is there anyone that you look back and be like, fuck, I should have did that, or I shouldn't have done that? Any
done that.
decision? For me, it was Bitcoin. Somebody told me to buy some Bitcoin, like in
I lost it
2014. Like, so you're like, I'm like, get the fuck out my face.
Yeah,
I wish I would have listened.
Yeah.
So like, is there any decision business-wise that you made when you was like,
Oh, business-wise.
Yeah, business decision.
That I shouldn't have done that. No, bro, because I look at everything as a lesson.
You learn, right?
You know what I'm saying?
I
Everything
figured
is a
that.
lesson. That's how I see it.
Let me ask you, if you had a chance to form a supergroup with two other rappers that you will want to be in a group with to drop an album, who would it be? Have you thought about
I
it?
got one of them in my head.
You got one? Who your one?
T-Pain, man.
Him and T-Pain?
Ooh, T-Pain. Listen,
I think that would hit T-Pain on every A-Hill's chorus would go stupid. I ain't gonna lie.
If you want to put T-Pain, they got to be. Now I'm gonna let him.
Oh, you mean
I
a
got
real
two.
rapper?
Right.
I'm sorry, my
No,
bad.
I would say T-Pain. I would say T-Pain and Ross.
Yeah, I like that.
Like, cause
I
like,
like that.
the young, like, you know what I'm saying? Like T-Pain and Rob, but you get your answer. I'm sorry.
Like
We create a group for you and shit. Like, we're not asking you the
supergroup-
question.
I mean, so if depending upon what we're talking about the era, and if we're talking about
whatever
the time,
you want to
or
talk
you
about.
just talking about
If you could put
who's
a group
gonna make
together
the
with
best
two
hits?
rappers in history, who do you want to put a
You
group
know that EP's gonna smash all 5 songs. Who's gonna be?
me, Kendrick, and somebody else.
Oh, you like Kendrick?
I like Kendrick.
Yeah, you on the same the
like-
family, like
Fam-
yes, man, shit. Yeah, I can see that.
And then somebody, that other third spot, I don't know who that would be. I probably would go with one of the young cats or something, man. Go with like a,
You need a young Florida nigga.
you know what I'm saying? Like a
Kodak.
right, you know what I'm saying?
Kodak would hit. Kodak
a
would
super
hit.
group or some shit like that. I can't even think of the third person.
No,
right
we got
now,
Kendrick.
man.
We gonna you might come back to it as we in the interview. Don't worry about it.
For sure.
I want to know though, for the Soul album, I guess what is the hardest part, or what was the hardest part when you were releasing this album about releasing without the machine behind you?
The hardest part about
Releasing without the big label, the marketing and all the money and everything they're gonna flood you with. What was probably did you face any difficulties releasing this album?
I mean, just putting the album out, I think putting it all together, right? So
Yeah.
for me, as being an independent artist, it's like some things I have to outsource, right? So it's like it's the preparation. So I think some of that is the difficult part of it. But nah, man, I had everything structured and really layered when it came to this particular rollout, only because I've learned from the past of like my, where I failed at, what I could have done better, the consistency aspect of it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm really proud of like this rollout and like the preparation of it. But the most difficult part was probably getting the songs all together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it took some time to make sure everything
Flowed the right way.
Everything flowed the right way and things like spoke to each other. You know what I'm saying? I think that was key.
I was gonna ask you. So you went from being a street rapper, hustle hard, everything, to basically being balanced, motivation, street vulnerability. You have all these things you are now.
Yeah.
Who would you count that to?
Great question.
God, my wife.
I knew it. That's why I wanted to ask you that. That was a setup. Because what I want to show the world is that if a man has those two things,
They're good.
he can't be beat.
Absolutely.
That's why I asked you that. Because I'm like, because you walk it out with so much confidence because you confident in it.
Yeah.
I know who with me in it. So I had to ask you that. So you've been vocal about ownership and self-empowerment. What was your first boss move that you made independently?
Independently. Probably one of them was going back to school. I think that was.
What'd you take when you went to school?
I took the music business course at Berkeley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was smart. That was amazing, bro.
Yeah.
I love that.
So I came in, so I realized I didn't have any information. So I realized why the reason I was powerless in my situation, because I didn't have language around contracts and splits and what things should look like. Contracts in perpetuity. So certain language I just didn't understand. So I just think that. Honestly, man, it's a lot of boss moves that I made, dog. Was that, and I would say one of probably the biggest was like negotiating probably one of the biggest contracts on the independent level for me, which was like, that was, it was 7 figures. You know what I'm saying?
Go. That means
and I was so
independent.
proud of that.
That's
Crazy, right?
That's
You know what I'm saying?
yours.
So, like, I think that like that was definitely a pillar in my independent career where I was like, well, I got this shit. What?
Yes.
I know how to do this shit now.
Because once you do it, you want to go get active now. Like, I know I can do
and
that.
then you learning how to do it with certain projects and how you can like lease this, you can do this, and you know what I mean? You can keep this for a little time and then get that back to me. And I have 80-20%, you know what I mean? 80% me, 20% you. So it's like, it's different things that I negotiated. There's a lot of boss moves that I made, man, that I'm really proud of.
I just like the smile that you tell me. So
that check hit.
When I look at Florida is very interesting because you either have rappers who rap like you would expect a Florida rapper to rap, right?
Yeah,
and then you have a few niggas that's like MCs.
Yeah.
You, Ross, Kodak.
Y'all favorite right now, Doechii.
Doechii, MC. Talk about Florida, man. Like, it's such a wide variety of artists coming. Like, is it hard to come out of there? You're from Miami. Does Miami have the advantage?
Well, I'm from Broward specifically. That's always, because it's a tri-counties. I always got to explain.
Yes.
Broward
County.
They think about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When people think about Florida, they think about Miami, but I grew up in Broward County, Florida, like specifically Deerfield. Well, it's cultural down there too. You see what I'm saying? So you You intertwine with a lot of different cultures, a lot of different things. You get that good sunny weather down there.
Yeah.
And then like we breed it, like that whole passion, that whole just that hunger is what they breed down there. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the Floridians, a lot of the homies got that. And I think just being seasoned, man, seeing a lot of different things, bruh. Down there, you can run into a lot of different cultures, right? The crib has been on fire for a while, so you can come into like some of your favorite people and stuff like that. So yeah, man. And not only that, dog, we were always one of them artists. I know I was, and I know probably Rose probably was too. That back then there was like people used to talk about how Southern artists couldn't rap. You know what I'm saying? They weren't lyricists.
That's why I asked you that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm like, there's a few niggas in Florida. When I say Kodak, I'm like, there's a few niggas in Florida that
really get down, man.
Yes.
So like, and really great with like the storytelling aspect of it as well. So I just think just making sure every time we in the booth, man, like, we challenging ourselves and we challenging the people around us. You see what I'm saying? And not to sound local, but be able to like really connect with everybody, if that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? Have a vast variety of people. So a lot of people tell me like, bro, it sound like you from up north, bro, the way you be getting down, bro. Wow, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, because I challenge myself, you know what I'm saying? And just like the other homies too as well. Man.
I was about to say, can you take me back to them early Florida days when you were still chasing the dream? What made you want to pick up the pen and say, I can do it? I can make it out writing.
Yeah, bro.
Rapping.
Well, for me, man, I was always good with words. Let me say that. So I was always a good writer, right? So I would always win writing awards in my school, my classes. Yeah. So I was an artist too. I've always been an artist. I used to draw and stuff like that as well. So that was like one of the things that I wanted to do if I would have branched off to college. But mainly, man, it was like my homies, man, who were with Dollars and Deals, RP, my boy 4/5. He was like one of the ones who really pushed me and helped me to like structure my whole music thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, from starting off recording in a closet, you know what I'm saying, with just a little FL Studio, little Pro Tools, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, or you got your little Fruity Loops, or whatever you might.
The demo version,
Logic, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so like it was really that because football was my main thing, right?
Really?
So
Okay.
that's what I
What
did
position
first.
was you?
I was safety. I played free safety.
Oh, you like to hit niggas?
I like to hit. Yeah. I like to knock shit loose. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. Well, coach send me on the blitz. Coach, I'm gonna go get him. You know what I'm saying?
You're a real Florida boy.
Yeah, bro.
So when you release these albums, right? So I'm looking at it. You got Mind, Body, Soul.
Mm-hmm.
How do you determine what song goes on Mind, Body, or Soul? Because it's a series.
Yeah.
How the hell do you how do you determine that? Like this is for the mind, this for the body, this for the soul.
Yeah, well, I wanted the mind to be more of a thinking piece. So his memories inside never die. So it's some of the things that we may have dealt with that may have been good experience, bad experience. So it's more so a little bit more political, but it lives more so in the mind. You see what I'm saying? And then the body portion, which is to build to destroy you, I wanted people to have like a physical experience. So I wanted to align my divine masculine with the divine feminine and show you the balance of those two. So to me, that's what the body portion was. And the soul, and then the soul obviously is the sum of us lose, which is like, the collection piece of all of that. You see what I'm saying? Talking about the wins, the losses, the hardships, you know what I'm saying? The leveling up, the success of it. But basically speaking about the in-between time of like what happened once I got independent, because I really didn't tell that story about all the pain that I went through, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the therapy that I had to go through, the falling down, and getting back up. So all of that I went through is what I wanted to explain on the new Soul project. Yeah.
Did you grow up in the church? Or like
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grew up singing in the choir too.
Singing in the choir?
I'm about to say, bro, he's too spiritual. I'm feeling it right now, bro. I love it though. I love it.
RP my grandmother, man. She was heavy in the church. My mother as well. Christian women. Yeah, man, God is great, bro.
Yeah,
So this show is watched by a whole bunch of dreamers, people that have a dream, they want to make it. Tell them, what would you say to someone? They about to start on a yellow brick road. Mm-hmm. They about to try to go become a global superstar rapper.
Yes.
And they ran into you.
Yes.
What's your advice? I'm gonna try to get a deal. I want to go get signed. I'm gonna do this. What would you tell them?
Fall in love with the process is what I would tell them.
Good answer.
Fall in love, right? With the ups, the downs of it, like it's gonna be there. Like expect the ups and downs, right?
Yeah.
But to take every loss as a lesson.
Yeah.
And I would say to any artist or anybody to empower yourself so you can bring value. You know what I'm saying? Like always create value within yourself, and that's what this game is about. So I'm always like going back to creating the project. What I was telling you about those principles is making sure you still have those valuable records, those records that can possibly cross, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still speak to that certain group and not just say, oh, because I'm independent. But so that's what I would tell people is create value in yourself. So when you do, you can structure your deal. You can make it look how you want it to look, and then you can present it to them.
Yeah.
And then they can redline it. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I would say, man. Mainly is what I teach people. It's just, man, empower yourself no matter what that is.
Learn the process.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck
enjoy
if
the process.
if you don't have to do it. Learn what your lawyers know.
Yes.
Because even if you don't understand it, which most of the time you won't, you can remember it and hold them accountable.
Yes.
So that's how I learned the business. Like the lawyers would tell me one thing and then I'll be like, yo, well, let's do this. And he's like, oh, you can't do that. And I'm like, well, you told me that. And he's like, oh, yeah, I did. Maybe they can't. You know what I'm saying? It's like you almost got to make sure if they know you holding the information, they're going to talk to you differently.
Yeah, come on.
Like,
come on.
You know, like if they know, hey, Ace Hood listens, he understands. Don't say too much to him. The guy's smart.
Yeah, exactly.
What you know.
So it's like a new house, bro. It's like a new house, right? You want to learn every crevice of it as you put the furniture in it and you do certain things, you put the pictures up. That's how I see it. It's like you want to know what the back end looks like, what it takes to do ads, what it takes to set up Spotify, what it takes to do certain things, like what assistants, like what do you need in order to be successful? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the main thing. And then you move from there. Like, all right, what do I need in order to make me first and foremost? And to me, once you meet that goal and that, it's like then you become powerful on your own. So it's like you straight with or without a label, you can continue to build your thing. But I think knowing the crevices of the ins and outs is just like, nah, man. It's like you know actually your value and what you were.
Did you think that you would be still rapping this long after you came out? Like 2010, right?
09 freshman class. 09 freshman class.
It's like they sold us that rap was a young man's game, and I think we had to get into it to realize it's a man's game.
Right.
Usually it's only a young man game because only young men cared.
Right.
But if you was raised in it and you 40, you still care about it like you was 16.
Yes, sir.
Right. So what I was really trying to go is that because it's a young man game, we saw Clips drop their album, we saw all this stuff going on. Like, where do you see rapping at? As an elder statesman, like, is Soul your last album, or we gonna get another series? Like, it's like, are you going? Because I don't think you're gonna stop. Like, you look, I can look at your eyes and your teeth. You look like you ready to run a fucking marathon right now. So I'm like, did you think? Because there be times where I ain't gonna lie, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, Ray, you know how old you are, like, and you still act. But I'm like, I didn't think I was gonna be like this when I was there. You could have told me at 16 that I was gonna be this cool. I didn't know it, my nigga. I didn't even know it was possible because I never saw a cool nigga when I was 16 at that age. Right. So for me, it's like, nigga, I'm the redefining cool. So when I look at rap and they say it's a young man's game, I'm looking at you, I'm like, I wanted the Ace Hood. When you asked me, oh wait, you gonna be rapping at 25. So 18 years now, I'm gonna be like, hell no, I'm gonna be somewhere with my hips. I'm like, but you still got that fire, bro.
Yeah, bro. So to answer your question, the first one, I didn't think so. I didn't think it's a little bit, it's tricky around there because, I'm 37, right?
Yep.
So for me, even as I was a younger artist, I still seen older artists who were still going and still putting out great music. Yeah. So I knew that there was like, I knew
the life
right. You see what I'm saying? I'm watching
Jay,
I'm watching the guy, I'm watching the great still go and still drop albums. And then I recognize, I'm like, okay, just the older you get, like just the more intentional you have to be. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like releasing projects, because it's a little bit different because it's crazy because people used to tell me like, you create music like this forever. And this is what I want to say too. It's why I wanted my own situation to start to tell a different story, because I believe as an artist, you can almost get trapped into an identity.
Yes,
like if you've been selling dope your whole career, like you got to continue doing that, which is people are going to expect that energy from you. Yep. So like say, you couldn't necessarily go my route in terms of the healing process unless you see what I'm saying? Like, really which might be, sometimes it's a little tricky because it's like, hold on, you've been giving us this. You don't talk about da-da-da-da-da.
Now your audience might not want to translate.
Your audience. So for me, I was very mindful of like, I want my audience to translate. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So recognizing what I did as when I was a youth to like moving up to when I was older, I'm like, all right, like I'm still in touch with the people. Yeah. I'm still in touch with these artists. I'm still in touch and I know what's happening. So for me, I'm like, even more now so than ever, bro. I feel like I got more now to offer them than I do. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like, it's like you're a man now, so now I can give y'all
talk a lot more.
More conversation.
I can give you so much more of that, dog, as opposed to like, when you a youth, man, it's the freedom that they really love with these labels. You know what I'm saying? You don't have, naturally, you might not have any kids or anything like that.
You can do whatever
like
you need you to do.
Yeah, you're more free and you don't know yet. You still develop into a man, so they take advantage of like, you know, that youthful mind of not knowing, right? So for me, I just recognize of just like, all right, bro, if you're gonna continue doing music, I did have that conversation with myself and then look in the mirror of like, bro, if you're gonna do it, you can't speak from this place.
You got to do it like, that's what I was asking. Like, I'm like a lot of artists, I think, quit because they just don't know how to develop themselves.
Yep.
They just don't know how to sit down and say, okay, I know the first 5 years of my career, I was a dope boy, but I'm not that anymore. I can rap. I can rap about so many other things. And you can bring that in. And I mean, like when Jay-Z's 444 album, bro, like the way he explained being a husband and losing his wife, and it was like on some man shit. We need that in hip hop.
Yeah.
I was about to go there. Like, we don't talk enough about wives. It's a famous saying, nobody has ever gotten in trouble taking his wife somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey, son got arrested in the club last night for fighting. Where was his wife? She wasn't with him. That's why I have, you know what I'm saying? So like we didn't, as a young man, I didn't see husbands being cool in hip hop. Like it was almost like the player lifestyle.
Yeah.
And now I'm loving this renaissance of black men loving their wives, like unapologetically, like on camera. Like, do you think you would do that if you were signed to a major? Or is it an independent thing? Because you know that's how they think. Like, we don't need the people knowing that you're in a relationship right now. It's like, nah, that's my wife.
To be fair, if I would have stayed on the major label thing, I wouldn't have found my wife.
Wow. How did you meet your wife if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I want to know this clear.
There's a lot of niggas signed right now that's like, you ain't gonna get no wife on me. I need you to pay attention to this.
Yeah. Real talk. Like, because of the who I was being created to be, right? In an artist, right? It's we can be very selfish as people, right? That everything's evolves around us. So most of the time there would be no real space for a wife to exist. Especially because it's just like, it's the idea of you being at the helm and you being the biggest thing. Like, right? So as an artist, there are people who wait hand and foot for you. Like when I go and I travel, everything. So when you start to kind of attach that to yourself. So I think for me, that was one of the things that I recognized as I continued to do the whole like major label thing. I was like, bro, if I continue to go on with this, I believe that I will lose myself. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm really going against what it is that I believe.
It's almost like high school. I'm trying to fit in with these kids.
There you go.
So I have to be like them, act like them, even though it's not me.
Right.
And now I want to be me now.
It's
I don't want to be.
I don't know where to go.
And then you lock yourself into that identity. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so half the time if I see artists or just relationships, I kind of know in my mind that it's not going to work because of what it takes in order for a successful marriage to work. You see what I'm saying? Like, it takes time, it takes humility. You have to be vulnerable. You got to be honest, right? And you got to bring that pride level down. You got to bring that ego.
Yes, the ego protects us.
Yes.
The more you know yourself, the more you can let go of the ego.
There you go.
The ego protects us, and that's what a lot of men mistaken. We lead into our relationship with ego when we should really be leading, like surrendering. Like, I'm under God. My job is to take care of you and provide. I just love that that's a trend in hip hop because it wasn't when I was a kid. You didn't see that. Like, we see niggas saying 4 a.m. I'm digging her out, 6 a.m. and I'm kicking her out. I wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be a husband. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I want to kick them out at 4 a.m.
I wanted the hose, man. I wanted the hose, man.
And that's what the game tell you, bro. The game is like, no. You got to have, you know what I mean, 100 shorties. You got to have the bottles up. You got to have the smoke ready. You got to have the drug on the table. Wow. It got to be like rock star lifestyle. Might not make it.
That
like,
leads us right to indictments now.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
It leads us right to an indictment.
That's why you see the pattern.
By the way, that's why you was ahead of the game. I believe that streets is done in rap. I believe that the streets have no more say so in rap. It's over. It's like rap is about to go back to like, if you can really rap, we're gonna listen to you. So I'm watching it turn out, and I'm like, the streets is gone. Like, there's an opportunity right now for some like man rap. Like, you could rap about your kids. Like, dog, you should do an EP dedicated to your kids.
That'll be fine.
5 songs, and it should be dedicated to your kids, and it should be songs that men want to play for their kids.
Fire.
Like, but grown version, right? Like, less cursing, like not as much cursing, but like really a man. Like, we need more of that. Like, what rappers don't understand that I'ma tell you, and I proved this with the clips, right? We talked about this with the clips, is that rap music is not about music anymore. It's about the conversation around it.
Ooh.
So if you can just get people to talk about something and the song's connected to it,
then
they're gonna drive there. So most of the time, artists want to just talk about the music and what they're doing and how dope it is, and it's like, no, talk about you.
Yes.
This is what I'm going through.
Yeah.
Like, I'm listening, me listening to you and saying, I gotta hear his album.
Yeah.
Because he's in the same place in life I'm at right now. Man just trying to figure out how to maintain his family, be a good person, not fuck up. Like we don't want to fuck up no more. It's like being disciplined, but also leading. It's so hard, bro. So
Very
I just had to give you that because I as a man that's been in this shit, the shit that I've seen artists have to go through to win, not even to win. Sometimes it's just to make the person on the other side of that desk feel like you're willing to do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Right.
It ain't even you do. What they ask you to do, it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. you drink this whole bottle of tequila until you pass out. Let's see if you're gonna do it. Oh, he gonna do it? Okay, I'm gonna fuck with him because he just almost killed himself to show me he gonna. Like that's really what the game be. They be wanting you to prove that you belong there, and I'm tired of that.
Yes.
Talk about your children and how they changed you.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. My children
That
are
smile on his face, man.
Nah. I'm gonna be honest, man, because I just left open house with my daughter. My daughter's going to the 9th grade.
Wow.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, dog. My daughter's Sailor Blue. And my son, Antoine Jr., is going to the 6th grade. Man, God is just amazing, bro. Amazing, because they are phenomenal kids.
And I'll tell you this. My father died 2002. From March 3rd, 2002, the day he died, till November 16th, 2008, when my son was born. I always looked for father figures in men. Like I always wanted a man to like be a dad to me because I didn't have mine. When I saw mine, fuck a dad.
Yeah.
I'm a dad now.
Yeah.
Like that's my purpose now. Nobody gonna little boy me. I'm coming in every meeting.
Yeah.
Nigga, you think I'm gonna tell my son, we putting out this album because they told me what he said? Nigga, I need to hear it for myself. My son is here. If y'all got a problem with that, we can fight.
Yeah. Real talk.
I'm not leaving without nothing. I'm not going nowhere. We can just fight though. I'm like, fight me or let me sit in the room. I won't even say nothing.
Yeah.
I just need to hear what's being said
on?
because how can I prepare myself to lead if you're not gonna allow me to lead, my nigga?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So your kids come. Hold on. Your daughter is 14.
Right.
That means she was born 2011.
Right. My daughter was born Hustle Hard. My daughter was born Hustle Hard.
That's what I'm trying to go to.
My son was born Bugatti.
That's what I'm trying to go to. Like, where were they at with the songs?
Yeah.
So after your son
she
was born,
11 and he 13.
Yes.
2013, Bugatti came out. 2011, Hustle Hard, Self-Identity record came out. And to be fair and to be clear, my daughter was the first person that ignited the change in me.
That's my point.
She was the first person, the very first person that led me onto the spiritual journey to finding myself, to understanding me better.
What about your daughter made you want to do that? Like,
Well,
why was it urgent?
Full transparency, there was a moment where like me and her mother was still going back and forth, right? It was a toxic relationship between the two, but we were still engaging in intercourse with one another. So there was one time where I went to go see her and I walked past my daughter's room and I see my daughter, she's asleep. And I remember that particular moment, I'm like, imagine this being your daughter. Imagine that, right? Knowing that you two have a toxic relationship and you don't really respect her, but you have this toxicity of continue to engage in this sexual experience. It should, like, for me, that was a real eye-opener. I was like, would you want this same situation to be with your daughter, where a man just pulling up at 2, 3 in the morning, connecting, but knowing that you two will never be together. So in that moment,
going nowhere.
That is the realest shit.
And literally from that moment, I stopped engaging in that way. Is when I paused myself, I pulled back. So I already knew the power that I held within me, because I knew, like, it's just, man, God has always walked with me. So even though I knew of being in the game, I knew that, like, these women or these particular women were going to be there.
Yeah.
So I never, so for me, I always knew, like, I was never willing to just give my power away in that way. You understand what I'm saying? In terms of just, like, I'm just not just sexual energy, just wild and, like, does that make sense?
Yeah, no, of course.
Like,
It's hard.
I wasn't
surprised
just
you had to
wild
so early, bro. Like,
real
the
talk.
fact this happened to you in 2011, my nigga, you
crazy.
a different.
I had, but let's be clear though, I had my fun, though, right?
Yes.
I had my fun. I had the 2, 3 chicks on the side. I'm out, I'm wild. This one here, this one pull
Big
up,
hits
one
all
lead,
over,
one
wherever I
pull
go.
up, big hits every, so it's all of that, right? But just coming to that that just realizing that, just like, bruh, I don't want this for my daughter, dog. So that's when I started to pull back. That's when I started to align myself. That's when I started to think differently.
Yeah.
And when that started to change everything around me, homies, friends, like, I started to see everything change.
Yes.
Because now it's like, okay, I'm not just thinking about going to that club. I'm like, do I really need to drink that much? Do I need to drink tonight? Or should I really, you know what I'm saying? Like, why should I call her? Like, I'm only just trying to fulfill my need. Now I'm having that conversation with myself. Now you're really asking yourself the question, like, why you doing what you doing?
Exactly.
Like a real question.
Yeah.
And when you ask that, I'm telling you, bro, you'll get a real answer. You'll be like, cause it's da-da-da-da.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My son changed me in the sense where I was like, I don't need another man. I'm the man now. my daughter changed me where I was like, when I'm gone, she's gonna have to live on this earth without me.
Yeah.
I need to fix this shit.
Yeah.
So I literally was like, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna talk loud. It was like having a daughter made me realize that I owed the world something. When I had a son, I was like, the world is ours. We're gonna take it. You know, but when you got a daughter, you can't. She's not going to take it with you, Daddy. I don't want to do that. I want to play with my dog. It's like you got to understand. Like, like I love talking about it because I always say, if kids don't change you, you're not a man.
Yeah.
If looking at this little person in the eye does not make you want to get up and run through every wall in the way, what the fuck will?
Yeah.
That's the thing. To me, that's the thing about you I love the most and why I want to see you win more is because most niggas that sit on this couch that rap, they promoting you so they can make money to go trick off on hoes. I ain't lying.
Yeah,
you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Ourselves, bro. And one of the realest things too, Raz, you say that is like we tell ourselves too. It's like, no, I'm doing this for my family.
Yeah.
When niggas used to ask me, no, I'm doing this for my family. Bro, I'm doing this for the kids. Boom, boom. That was a lie though, for real. Why? Because how present was I in my daughter's life?
Yep.
How present was I? I was out on the road. I wanted to be traveling. I wanted to be out with the women. I love that attention and what I would get from being on the road and the fans screaming and signing autographs. Like, you love that.
Yeah.
But would I really be present? Would I really be changing the diapers? Would I really be taking on them bike rides? Would I really be? So that was a part of my decision too on the independent level of like, I want more time. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that if I would have pushed this forward, just say, I want the success of it. I want the radio. I want to go. I want all the boom boom. I would have had that, but I would have looked back and ain't had no wife. What's your relationship with your daughters now and your son? So these are the things to me that were very important to me in terms of like the journey that I was on, because I'm like, nah, this is what matters. This is what matters. You know what I'm saying? When you leave and this shit over with, this is just rap. This is something you do.
And not only that, the confidence that comes from that, the world can't give you. Because you're walking, like, dog,
That's in you.
That's in me, bro. Like, I remember I was like, when I worked at Warner, they was like, Warner's in the house. When I worked at Epic's in the house. I'm like, nigga, I'm Ray, nigga. I'm still making them niggas money and I ain't there, nigga. Nigga, I'm in the house. Warner here, Interscope here. Nigga, I'm here, nigga. And when I got there, I was like, I'm dangerous now. Because I don't need their validity anymore. I just validated myself. And that's what you're doing right now. You basically said, I'll validate me. I'm okay with whatever comes with that. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't care. I'd rather do it this way and know what's gonna be left for my family than do it your way and have to go ask y'all, where's my cut?
Come on.
Nigga, I'm taking my shit home.
Yes.
I love that.
I'm gonna take the stairs. Like I tell all the homies, man.
Always.
Like, no. Y'all boys can do that. I take the stairs, my boy. No. Y'all take the elevator. Y'all want the fast route. You want a boom boom. I think that's great. God bless you. I take the stairs. I might trip on the stairs. I'm gonna learn something.
Right.
But I'll meet you up there.
And not only that,
be there.
nigga, it's something to do. It's like a video game. Once you beat it, you're done.
Side mission, right?
Like real talk, like the one thing that I think the music business lacks today that it needs more than ever is goalpost. Like Ace Hood, I just signed you. You platinum. Now it's like, we're going triple platinum next.
Right.
You just sold out an arena. We're going to stadiums next. Like, they don't have that in the music industry. They just saying, where do you want to go with this album? We'll place it. Like, no, nigga, where are we going? Nigga, I made this album for you, for us to take it somewhere, not for you to just be like, where do you want to take it?
Right.
That's like they holding their hands behind their back, don't want you to know the answers. Left hand or right hand, pick. Nigga, you don't get my motherfucking shit.
I did want to ask you, since I'm a twin myself, I know that when your first kid was born, you had lost. Your son was a twin, correct?
My daughter.
Your daughter was a twin. Yeah. How did you deal with that duality of Hustle Hard, one of the biggest songs in the country, and then you lost your baby? I
was sad. For a while. I grieved my daughter. I'm still grieving her. But I remember sitting in that hotel room for a couple of days and just crying, man. Just being emotional. Probably one of the toughest things that I've ever had to do, aside from losing my grandmother. But it was tough, bro, because I was struggling with the idea of not being there. I felt like I could have done more. I felt like if I was more present, she would have been here. You know what I'm saying? If I, so I was in a state where I'm like, man, I'm doing this music, I'm traveling, right? There's blessings. But in the same token, my daughter is experiencing this. And it was a very hard moment to actually have to make a decision to say, are we gonna pull the plug? Or are we gonna keep her on that? And it's still tough to this day, man. But
I couldn't imagine as a twin myself. That's why I was like, I wanted to hear your thoughts on that, and I'm sorry for your loss.
No, thank you, bro. But we keep her name alive. In any way that we possible.
What's
my
her
wife
name?
actually, her name is Lyric Star.
Lyric Star. We're gonna say Lyric Star on the show. Like, let's keep her name. Let's say her name. Let's go.
So I named her too, man. So that was like, I named her Lyric Star. And it was just really, really rough, man. Really, really tough. Just navigating all of that and trying to be like, this thing as well. But it also put in my mind of like, man, you need to be more present for the people that you love, or at least want to create it or get it to the point where it's like, I can still do the thing that I love, but also be present for my family.
My grandmother and my best friend both died when I was out of town. That shit always fucked me because I always felt like if I was in town, I would have did something. But I was out of town. I get it 100%. So we have this thing we do called broke stories, right? Obviously, we can see the Rolex, we can see the life. We know you're doing really damn good. You got showings and stuff. But we like to show people the moment where you was broke. So give us a moment where Ace Hood was broke, and what were you thinking, and what did you do to get out of that?
Well, yeah, man. A moment I was broke. This was probably around like right after my first album, Gutter, had released. It was probably like 2010, right before I actually got Hustle Hard. And it was a very tricky moment. I remember the building I was living at. I was living out there in Aventura out in Miami, and staying at the building Art Tech, man. And I never forget reaching out to my auntie, reaching out to people for help because I needed help with my rent, shit like that at that time.
Wow.
That is how I'm renting, right? So I'm like, and nobody would help me. Nobody would
Like,
help
you a
me.
rapper? What you need my help for?
I mean, not even that. Like I just really had hit a space, man. Like I was new to finances and having money, right? Like I had
and how it works.
You know what I'm saying? And how it works and what to do and who to hire. So I was like flat broke, bro. I'm talking about literally, I probably got like $5, $10 in my account at the time. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And my rent at this time is probably like $2,300, $2,200. So I'm thinking in my mind, like, how were you gonna conjure that? So the first thing I did, one of the things that I did was I fasted. Yeah. That was one of the things that I did because I've always knew that if I really needed something and I wanted it from God, I knew that I needed to purify myself in order to receive that. I knew, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. My grandmother and my mother have always instilled that in us. So I went on the fast and I just went to praying and I went to working and I was playing Call of Duty and praying and working and fasting and praying and working and fasting. And then the beat Hustle Hard came. And when the beat Hustle Hard came, I knew I was like, if I switch the flow on this in a way, I was like, this shit gonna be out of here. I did exactly that. And that's what changed my vibe. Wow. Went to the studio. So it was very tough. So I'm getting in the studio like after my guys record. After they like, so this might be 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Like after the runners use the studio, they might be in there for 8, 9, 10 hours.
Shout out to the runners.
I get the remaining hours. You see what I'm saying? At this time. So and me and my dog, we hustling to figure it out. I'm riding in his Yoda. He picking me up. I'm in his Toyota. You know what I'm saying? We slide to the studio like real talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and nigga was broke, dog, but my spirit wasn't though. Yeah. Like I might have wasn't financially, but my spirit never been broke. Was never broken around that because I knew like if I surrender myself again, I knew that God was
gonna answer.
That's for sure. I'm getting goosebumps.
That was a great answer.
I stress to every man. And I say this to men. Women have to submit. I get it. Men have to surrender. Yeah. We have to surrender and understand that we don't control shit. Mm-hmm. All we can do is our best, and the rest is in God's hands. We don't control nothing. Yeah. So I love that you said that. So we have this thing we do. We call credit check. Ace, I hate when niggas be like, give him his flowers. Mm-hmm. Don't give me my flowers. Give me my credit. I could leverage that. I can't leverage. Yeah. I ain't never seen a nigga go home and say, hey, kids, here's some flowers. We ain't good today. They finally gave me my flowers. Yeah. Nigga, what we supposed to do with this, daddy? Yeah. Nigga, give me my credit. So we ask people like you to give credit to 2 or 3 unsung heroes or sung heroes in the Ace Hood story. Like, who are some people that you just want to say thank you for what you did to help me get here?
Oh, man. That's a very good question, man. I would say thank you to my guys, Chase. Chase is these are the guys who used to manage T-Pain. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Chase them guys. Shout out to Brian them.
Chase Mike Bloomstein and those guys.
Mike Bloomstein,
yeah, my guy.
Shout out
guys.
to Mike, man. Because even around the time too when I got independent, like they jumped on and they were my management for some time, and they helped me to build. So I'm forever grateful.
Oh, that's
for
fine.
them.
So they helped you create the structure.
Yes,
oh, that's
yes,
dope.
yes. They helped
They
me create
deserve
the
credit
structure.
for that. I love it because I'm still feeding my family because of that shit. Thank you for that. Yes, man.
Yeah, and I would say them who I want to thank, man. I also probably my management, my partner, my guy Dimitri as well. He was a huge help. I found him in the rock world because I was afraid of just finding management in like hip hop because I couldn't trust nobody. So I went outside of the realm to find somebody who can be dedicated to my vibe. So man, shout out to him. Shout out to Ghazi too, man. Shout out to Ghazi. Ghazi
Empire,
came
right?
through, yeah.
Ghazi is
Empire.
Ghazi is the Dame Dash to a lot of rappers. And nah, seriously, he is the Dame Dash to a lot of black CEOs, rappers.
Facts, bro.
I don't know nobody that does more for black rappers in this business than Ghazi. Nah, I'm just being honest with you. Like nobody does more than like literally. If you're a rapper and you get like Nas, like looking good like that.
Yeah, like Ghazi would give me like it don't matter what it is. Like make a call to Ghazi and he would give me whatever it is that I want. Man, he was always in my corner, supported me. And though I'm not with Empire now, got a whole different situation now.
Yeah.
But man, salute to Empire, salute to Ghazi. He was a great guy who looked out for me around the time I was independent, with just providing me opportunity. Yeah. And that's the most that I could. That's the only thing that I could ever ask for. So I appreciate that.
You got one more or you're good? That's good though. That was great.
Damn, I don't want to.
You can throw it to the wife though. You can throw the wife for alley-oop. Right. The wife always they can't lose with that.
For sure. Yeah, and thank you, and also to my wife. Right. I always honor my wife, man. I
love that.
And just for her, man, my wife. Just navigating this with me, right? Because my wife comes from a very different world than I do, right? With this. She's a creative. She's an artist as well in her way. She's like written a book. Shout out to Curvy Curly Conscious book that she has, which is available everywhere.
Buy that shit.
Y'all grab it.
But she's just, man, for just being a pillar, man, in my corner. You know what I'm saying? Seeing me when I didn't see myself. You know what I'm saying? In all of those moments, holding me to the levels of integrity or the man that I say I am, holding me to those standards. So I really, really appreciate her.
Got 100%. One more question, but I just want to ask you: are you and Khaled? Y'all, what's your relationship?
There's no relationship.
No. So would you?
But in the terms for me, I walk in the light of love.
Got you. So it's not a relationship because there's not a need right now. But if he reached out on some homie shit to do something, you would.
Oh yeah, we definitely sit down and have a conversation for sure.
You gotta I get it.
Yeah, and I do think the conversation I wouldn't say maybe a little bit overdue, but I do see that it will be a conversation between me and him.
Because it's an opportunity. You met him as him, and it's an opportunity for him to meet you as you.
Yes, sir.
Because he met you as a little you who was trying to come up. But I get that on some like, yo, I love you, but let me just tell you who I am, bro. Like, since you don't know who I am.
Yeah.
I love that, man. You know, 100%. I love Khaled. Like, I know that you guys are gonna link, when it's time.
And so people know too, man, I just want to clarify this too, is that like, there's always been love. So I've never been the type of person like, you get out of a bad relationship, people start bashing that individual or whatever. Yeah. Man, what we had was special, man. You know what I'm saying? It was ordained. And for that time period, it was special to change my life. Yep. You know what I mean? There was so many lessons. A part of why, I am still here too it's because I'm cut from that cloth.
I was about to say.
I'm cut from that legendary cloth, you dig? And it's like, I'm grateful for all the lessons and the memories and like being a fly on the wall and being a student of the game. I know how to navigate this shit. You see what I'm saying? And I've built so many relationships with so many people through that lens and that window. So I will always honor because, for people to be clear, I made the decision to leave and to walk away from that situation. And my brother was hurt. You know what I'm saying? As he should be if we consider ourselves as brothers. So I tell my dogs all the time, the only thing that I probably would do differently is the ending period, which is let him know how much I care for him and love him and that I'm grateful for the opportunity that he provided in the history that we've done together. But this is what I'm trying to do and look forward.
And how the hell can anybody hate this hood, my nigga?
Yeah.
Like, I gotta clap for that answer. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, how could anybody hate a nigga that speaks with so much love?
Yeah. You are very eloquent, bro.
Like, that's incredible. Last question. This is the GAUDs Show. GAUDs is an acronym for goats and underdogs. Do you consider yourself a goat or an underdog? If you consider yourself an underdog, what do you personally want to accomplish for you to say, I, Ace Hood, consider myself a goat?
That's a really good question. I'm gonna be honest. One of my goals is to, there's like this arena back at the crib in Broward that I would love to sell out one day.
Going to.
So what's the name of the arena?
I think it's the BCA arena.
How many does it hold?
I'm not sure how many people.
I want to help you sell that shit out, bro.
Some shit
I want to help
like
you
that.
sell that shit out,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying?
You
Like,
can
your
definitely
birthday?
sell that out, man.
May 11th.
Nigga, the day should be your birthday. Nigga, do the Ace Hood Day. Nigga,
Yeah,
get the people come in, partner with Live Nation. One of them I'm a headline, get a couple of your homies to come in. I'm telling you,
Ace
like
Hood
make your
friends,
birthday
yeah.
Broward count. I'm telling you.
Do that shit, yeah.
At the arena.
Yeah.
They won't show up for a show, but they'll show up for a birthday party.
Yeah.
That's how I'm telling you, like, Ace Hood
Okay.
got a show, I don't care. Ace Hood got his birthday party night, everybody gonna be there, I'm coming, right? It's like
Yeah.
a show just means anybody can miss that. My birthday, I'm celebrating with this room. I'm telling you. We talk, like, put that together. Your birthday
love
party,
that.
May 11th next year, that should be the day you sell out the arena, and you should put the whole Broward County, like,
Put them all on, man.
So that's my plan. So
Yeah.
that's what it will be like, right?
Yeah.
Is to have all the artists to come out, everybody to support the event, and just like, you know, show love, man, and put the city on, put the people on, and just us to share those experiences, man, as being, you know, a young OG in the game now. Like, my goal is to pour back as much as I can.
Yeah.
So to me, I think being able to do that, man, off my bucket list will, for me, I would consider myself as like, you know, particular that. Naturally, I leave those things up to the fans. Because I know what God has in store for me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really consider myself as either. I just feel like I'm a vessel more than anything.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, brother. I met you on 08, 09, and most of the people I met 08, 09 ain't here. They gone.
Faded off.
They calling us, DMing us, saying, remember me from back in the day, bro? I'm trying to get back in.
Right.
Once you get in this shit, you don't let it go.
Yes, sir.
And that's why I'm giving you the GOAT title. When I do these shows, I got sets all around this motherfucker. This is the set that I designate for GOATs. So my team knows. If we're on the blue couch, that means I see you as a GOAT. That means I know what you've been through. And I'm telling you, you a GOAT. For you to go through everything
Definitely
you've
a
been
GOAT.
through and still stand on the highest fucking place on the mountain and still give love to everybody. Still leading with love, no matter, and this game is ugly. You know it, nigga. We know it. They'll tell you, they'll send your ass home and say, fuck your kids.
1,000%.
And they do it to everybody. But the niggas who survived that, those the GOATs. And it takes one to know one. I'm a survivor too, my nigga.
I already know.
This is the GAUDs Show. This ain't good. We are out, nigga. Let's go.